Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I have another video for today. Probably it's gonna be more than one. I never know because I keep filming and I never know when I'm gonna post them. But anyway, as I told you before in one of the videos, I will have some reviews for the palettes that you saw in my last hauls, and not just for those. And I'm gonna start with those for palettes. You saw them in my last hauls, and two of them are eyeshadow palettes, are those two, and two of them are blushes and highlighters. So as I said before, I got those at Kohl's with $10 each. I don't know if they still have it for sale, but I'm gonna check online to see where I can find them, just in case if you like them and you wanna check them out. The palette that got my attention was this one, which is called Prismatic, and actually I got this one because of the purples. Unfortunately, they didn't have a palette there, so you can see swatches, but it was $10, so I decided to get this one. Because of the holographic print, it's kind of impossible to read the shades, the name of the shades. I'll try if I'll be able to. Then let's see how this one looks. I love this shade right here, and I'm gonna swatch each one. So those are the first three. This one is really pretty. But it's a very light shade. So here are the first three. This one right here is this one here. It doesn't show up very well, and especially because it's daytime, and even with the ring it's hard to see them. But so far the first one can be a good base for a darkest shade, this one right here. I'm gonna try to take a little bit more. They are a little bit powdery, but they blend very well. So those are the three shades, and I'm gonna pick up the next three. As I said before, most of the eyeshadow palettes are looking pretty on the palette, but when you apply them, they are not so pigmented, and you need to reapply that eyeshadow in order to get. Those are the next three. Looks really pretty. This is the one in the middle here that I was telling you, is this one right here. They look like this, and let's see how are they on the swatches. I'm trying to see a couple of the names just as an idea. One of them is Spirit, Midnight, Dream, Crush, Crystal. This one right here in the middle that I was showing you, it's Crush. So not very pigmented. Here are the next three. Is this one, and this one. This is the one in the middle that I was telling you. It is a pretty one. It's kind of hard to see on my hand. but you need to reapply it because some of them are not very pigmented. And the last three are those three. They look very pigmented here, but when you apply them on the skin, it's a different story. But there are a couple shades in here that I really like. This one looks like here on my finger, but when you apply it is this one here. So as I said, you need to reapply that, but it's really pretty. I like also this one. So this was the first palette. Those are the shades, 3 of them here and the rest of them here on my hand. Some of them are pigmented, others not so much. So far I like probably half of the shades, if I can say that. Probably the other ones works well as a base for the darkest shades. So here was the first palette, eyeshadow. This is the Prismatic one by Academy of Color, and I'm gonna swatch the next one. This one is called Cranberry, still 9 shades. Looks like this. Just take the plastic off. Here is the palette, and I'm gonna I'll swatch the first 3. We have Wild Heart, Honeymoon and Blush. The darkest shades are way more pigmented than the lightest ones. Here are the first 3. This one is really pretty. You need to blend this one very well. So here are the swatches for those. I like also this one. It's more in a metallic look. I don't know if you can see that, but so far from those 3 I like the middle one. Then we have Bliss, Rose Dust and Volcanic. Are those 3 right here. So far they blend very well. Those 3 colors, this is the lightest one, this and this one. From this one I cannot say I have a favorite one. From all 6, the second one is the one I like. But when you mix them and combine them, you can get a great look, probably, if you know how to mix them. The last 3 in here are Formation, Quartz and Nevada. So are those 3 here. Here are the shades, like the one in the middle and also this one. It seems like I'm liking more metallic shades. I wasn't into this until a couple months ago probably. But anyway, this is the Cranberry palette. So far I think it's worth it for $10. There are a couple shades in here that you can work very well. Probably you can work all of them, just you need to get the right combination of shades. But for $10 I think it's worth it. So I'm gonna look online to see where I can find them, and I'll leave them in the description box down below. I'm gonna leave the links for each product that you'll hear in the videos, but I'm not gonna leave those links for products that I think are the worst, if I can say that, because it's not really worth it. If you wanna try them, let me know, and I can leave those links also. But those are not gonna be products that I would recommend. So it's up to you if you want me to leave those links too. And now let's go ahead and see those blush and highlight palettes, still by Academy of Color, 4 shades each. This one is peach bronze. Looks like this. Just take the plastic and let's see each one. The first one, it's a front cover. It's more in a coral tone. Is this one. Those the blushes seems to be more pigmented, so you're gonna need to apply them a very light hand and build from there, because it's easier to build than to remove and reapply. The next one, it's called Exposed, and the next one, it's a highlighter. It's kind of in a gold tone. Looks like this. Seems to be pretty. Yeah, I like this one. It is nice. I think you let me know what do you think about them. Then the next one, it's a bronzer which is called Sculpt. It's somewhere kind of in a medium shade. It's not very light but not dark also. Here is the bronzer. And also what I see about those palettes, they are blending very well. They are a little bit powdery, but they blend very well. And the last one in here, it's Peach Fantasy. Here is the shade. And is this one right here. This one here. So we have those blushes, 2 blushes, this one and this one, and a highlighter and a bronzer in this palette, which is peach bronze. What I like from this palette for sure is the highlighter, and also I like the shade of the bronzer. I think that will work well when you blend it very well. So yeah, so far I like the highlighter right here, and probably the blushes are good too. And the last one in here, because when you apply them, what I remark, when you apply them when you make swatches on the hand, looks totally different than you apply when you apply on the face or on your eyelids. This is what I remark. Maybe it's something wrong about my eyes, or because I don't know, but sometimes the colors doesn't look the same. So the last one is Pink Matte. This is blush and highlight 4 shades palette again, and this one looks like this. We have again 2 blushes, 1 bronzer and 1 highlighter. The highlighter to me it looks a bit similar with the other one. Actually no, I'm gonna try to show you them. I don't know if you can see them. This is more in a tone, in a gold tone, and the other one it's in a pink, I would say in a rose gold tone. The first blush is called Spotlight. I'm trying to get more wipes. It's the Spotlight. And here is the shade of this one. So far I like this one better than the other two. The next it's the highlighter, which is called Reflect. And here is the shade of this. This is pretty also. I don't know which one I like the most, the first one or this one. To me those are kind of the same, I like them in the same way. The next one is Rice. And probably I'm not pronouncing that right. Is this shade, which I think it's really pretty. It's a new shade. I didn't see this shade before, and this one's supposed to be another blush, I guess. Here is the color of this one. I like this one also. I think the name of this is Race. You know that. And the last one, it's Ambition. And this is a bold color, to me at least. It's not something that everybody can wear. Is this looks more like a fuchsia color. It's pretty. Probably I would like to use this one as an eyeshadow, not as a blush. It's not for me anyway. It might look pretty on somebody else, but not on me. So far this is the palette. As I said, I like the highlighter, and I like this shade also right here. This one is pretty too. It's a little bit more on the light side, but so far I think those are worth it. $4. $10. I have 4 palettes. I think they are worth it. It's a lot of product here, enough to get bored with them in time. But I really like the highlighters, and for me, I think it's a good buy. Let me know what do you think about those 4 palettes. I think they are in an affordable side, so I'm okay with this buying, if I can say that. It's worth it, at least for me. You let me know what do you think about them, and I can't wait to see your comments in the description box down below. You have a great time. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.